Hi everybody, welcome to another edition of Jame's Jam. I'm Jame. This is my jam, and this is one of my book-related videos. And I finally have enough books to do a real proper haul, and was going to just kind of give you an update on what I've been reading and gathering. I went crazy for books for quite a while, and I was buying up everything, and now I finally got to a place where I'm kind of caught up on a lot of the things that I want to read, and or I've purchased the books and then I have to wait for them to arrive, things like that. So one of the books that I didn't bring up with me, but I did pick up is I think it's like How to Manage a Fairy Bargain. And I talked about Laura Mayo wrote the books, and she sent me a book plate for her new book and her first book, How to Summon a Fairy Godmother. And so I'm currently reading her second book, and just loving it. It's as good as the first book. So I've been reading that. One of the things I did buy, and I don't remember if I brought that up here. I don't think I did. I bought the whole Dungeon Crawler Carl series by Matt Kenneman. I bought all the books. I think there's 7 out right now. I just finished the first one. I really enjoyed it. They're very engaging, but you do have to concentrate because there's all kinds of different like monsters, for lack of a better term, and then trying to remember what is what and what each one does is interesting. And that's the series where Carl is one of the few people left on Earth when another basically planet or alien destroys most everything on Earth, and then he has to go underground to try to stay alive, or he could have stayed above ground but with nothing there to try to stay alive. So he's under the ground. He's trying to make his way through these dungeons, and if you make it through till the end, you get to live and you get like something good for your life or something. I'm not sure how it all works, but I got through the first book. I really enjoyed it. I'm glad I bought all the books because I can tell I'm going to like them. I also have, I read what do I have it right here? No, right here. I just finished, I finished the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, and then I read the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, and I just started the Christmas Tree Farm book from Laurie Gilmore, and I like these. The Pumpkin Spice Cafe, I would have given about a 3.5. It was kind of an average star book, but I loved this one, the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, and now I'm kind of engaged. I like books in a series. I like reading about other people in the series, so I will continue to buy these as they continue to come out. So that's the other book I finished, and that's about it. I haven't done that much reading. I have done a lot of thrifting though, and got a subscription box. So and then some other books came that I ordered, so I'm going to go over those with you. And the first thing I'm going to go over is this is my Fairy Loot box, my most recent one. And right now I got out of their subscription where they were sending me like book related items and books, and now I just get books, which is what I would prefer. And so I got these books. A lot of times I don't know anything about them, but they're beautiful to look at. This is Alchemist by Sen Lin Yu. So there's the front, and you can kind of see the other things on here. And then here's the side, the bottom, the top. The back says, "What is it you think you're protecting in that brain of yours? The war is over. Hold fast is dead. The eternal flame extinguished. There's no one left for you to save." And then the end pages are so pretty. Here's that. Here's the back. And here's the book itself. This comes with a adult fantasy and a young adult fantasy, and this is hand signed by the author. And then the other side of the dust jacket always has a picture as well. So this was the first, and otherwise you can choose this one. So there's that. I would assume this is the young adult book. Like, I don't always know about these books. Like, last time I believe I showed Calabasas, and that's a super popular book right now, and I didn't know anything about it at the time, so I'm not always in the know. I'm probably never in the know. All right, and then this one is so pretty. Never Ever After by Sue Lynn Tan. So there's the front, the side, the back, and then the edges are, as usual, absolutely stunning. Glad books like this, there's like metallic on it, foiling. Glad books like this came out when I was older, because I could have never afforded them when I was younger, and I would have been devastated not to be able to have some of these. This book is just gorgeous. Okay, so here's the book itself. There's the side. The back side. The end pages have foiling as well in them. There's the other side. Let's see what this one. This one has a letter from the author in it. And then like again, here's the first dust jacket, and here's the opposite side, if you prefer. So, just gorgeous. And this one says, monsters live in all places, and sometimes they wear crowns. So, that's my most recent Fairy Loot box. And I really like getting the two books for basically about the same price as I was getting the one book, plus additional book-related items. I also got a special order from Fairy Loot. And that's right here. And this is The Nightshade God by Hannah Whitten. So there's the side, the back. The edges are so pretty. And Hannah wrote, let me just get it out here. Let's see, For the Wolf and For the Throne. And I really like those books. So I bought the Foxglove King and the Hemlock Queen. And then this is The Nightshade God. It's book 4 in the Nightshade Crown series. This is signed by her. And then the end pages. Here's the front one. The back. And then the dust jacket. This is the... So the other books I just have in the normal hardcover. Oh, and the book itself is just gorgeous. So I only have, the other ones I only have in the regular printing. Because I have For the Wolf and For the Crown in a special edition, and now this one, I might look for the other two in special editions. I'm not sure yet, but I got that. Then I have one coming, the newest one by Sangu Mandana. I have coming. I forgot what the name of it is, but I hadn't read the first book yet, The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches, so I got that book. I don't think I showed this last time. I did some thrifting, and I came across, I watched all the Harry Potter movies, and I only read books 1, 2, and 3 and half of 4. And so I never finished them. I have special editions of the Harry Potters. I have like a first edition of one of the English printings. I know it's worth a lot of money. Because way back in the day, I was all into them. I thought I was going to read them all, and I just never got around to finishing them. And mine are almost all hardcovers. So when I saw these at Goodwill, I picked up, and it was just lucky. The ones that they had were, books 5 and 6 and 7. So I picked those up, and I'm going to read them at some point. I forgot how much they were. I think they were like $3 a piece. I always take the tags off them. I don't like stickers on my books. Then I was really excited because I found this book, Hidden Figures, and it is that book that the movie is made of, and I love that book. It's by Margot Lee Shetterly. I guess I probably should have known it was based on a book. I didn't, but now that I do. I was super excited to find this, and I picked it up. I also picked up Daniel Mason Northwoods. Now, I picked this up because it was $2. I have this book already. I don't think mine is in hardcover. I think it's in paperback. And for $2, I couldn't resist. So if I already have it in hardcover, I'll put this in a little library. But if I don't, then I'll put my softcover in the little library, probably after I read it, and then keep the nice hardcover edition of this. And the last book I thrifted was Brandon Sanderson, The Way of Kings. I'm sure this is probably part of a series. I haven't read it yet. I've not read anything by Brandon Sanderson, but all I ever hear is good things, and I have a number of books by him now, so I just figured I'd probably like it and want it at some point, and again for $2 or $3, and for a good cause. I picked it up. And then in the mail, I got Holly by Adeline Grace. There are a number of these. Is this like a special? Yeah, this is really pretty. So I know there's a number of these. This is Holly. It's a Belladonna book. That's what it's called. The Belladonna series. And there's a number of these, but this one is so pretty. So I'll show you better. Here's the front. The back side. Now, the end pages aren't sprayed or anything, but the book itself is very pretty. And it says, it's sad that the holly sprig has long been used to ward off evil spirits. It's said that, not sad that. And then there's, here's an end jacket, or inside there. But the pages they have pictures in green around them. So someday I'm going to pick up these. I think there's 4 of them now. There's like Belladonna, there's Holly, and I think there's 1 or 2. Here they are. There's Holly, Belladonna, Foxglove, and Wisteria. I have all of them, and I can tell these are going to be super easy reads. So at some point, I'll probably just pick up these and read through the 4 of them for right now. So I got them read through. So that I had pre-ordered. And I also pre-ordered The Gingerbread Bakery, again by Laurie Gilmore. I think I have all of them. No, I know I have all of them now. The other one that's coming out is the Daisy Chain, I think, and I have that on pre-order. But I do think it's funny. You can tell that she wasn't originally thinking that they were going to do more of the series, or probably didn't think so, because she has a map in the front of the books, which of course I can't find right now that I'm trying to show you. Let's see, here it is. And it just looks like this, but the map doesn't match what she says in the books. So I just thought that was kind of funny. So I think that was probably because originally she wasn't going to do it, probably didn't know there were going to be all these, but now, yeah, she has the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, the Christmas Tree Farm, which I just started, the Strawberry Patch Pancake House, the Gingerbread Bakery, and I have the pre-ordered the Daisy Chain book. And then lastly, we took a really quick trip to Charlotte last weekend, North Carolina. I live in Wisconsin. First night we drove, or Thursday we left after lunch, drove all the way to Charleston, West Virginia. Next day we drove to Charlotte, and so we had just a half a day, half that Friday in Charlotte, all day Saturday, and then we drove all the way home Sunday. But on that Saturday, I wanted to go book shopping. Believe it or not, I went to the mall, and I didn't go to any of the luxury stores. I looked in the windows, but nothing was speaking to me. But I went to an independent bookstore, and those always speak to me. I walked out with about $300 worth of books. My husband got more books than I did, believe it or not. I paid for them because I always pay when I go into a bookstore. But they had so many interesting looking books. Some I had heard of, some I hadn't. And so I had to get them. So the first one I got was The American Daughters by Maurice Carlos Ruffin. And this is Addie, a curious, sharp-witted girl, and her fierce mother, Sanite, are inseparable. Enslaved to a businessman in the French Quarter of New Orleans, the pair spend their days dreaming of loving future, reminiscing about their family's rebellious and storied history. When mother and daughter are separated, and Addie is left hopeless and directionless until she stumbles into the Mockingbird Inn and meets Lenore, a free black woman with whom she becomes fast friends. Lenore invites Addie to join a clandestine society of spies called the Daughters with the Courage Instilled. No. Oh, called the Daughters. With the courage instilled by her by Sanite, and with the help from these strong women, Addie learns how to put herself first. So begins her journey toward liberation and imagining a new future. I just thought it sounded great. Not recently, but I read the book The Horse. I think was it called The Horse? And it talked about slavery in New Orleans and stuff like that, and I just thought this sounded fascinating. I had never seen it before. Let's see what year it's from. Is it a new one? This is the first printing. 2024, so it's pretty new. But I thought that sounded fascinating, so I got that. I got a book I was looking for, Future Boy by Michael J. Fox, and I read through that night. This book was so good. It comes with some pictures in it of filming. I really like it that I never knew that Michael J. Fox contacted Eric Stoltz, who was the original Marty in the series, in the first movie, and communicated with him, and they still communicate way after the fact. But I just thought that was fascinating that he did reach out to them. They have talked now, and they are like acquaintances. I was surprised also Eric Stoltz is actually older than Michael J. Fox, which I would not have guessed. But I highly recommend this book. I loved it. I couldn't put it down. I started it that night, finished it that night. It was so good. Now this I think I've heard of, but I have some other books by this author, but I have not read them yet. But I picked up A Land So Wide by Aaron A. Craig, and you can see what got me. Right there. Signed first edition. Put signed first edition on a book, and your girl's going to be interested. And I really like it when they're like this. Okay, so there's the signature. But you can also see that the signature came through the back. So I know that they hand signed it, which I like. And then it wasn't like stamped and stuff. And this is The Town of Mistaken Has a Secret. Mistaken is a tiny settlement in the beautiful but brutal Canadian wilderness, blessed with rich natural resources and cursed with unspeakable dangers. Just outside the town's warding stones lurk the bright-eyed, insatiable monsters who have rained utter destruction down on nearby villages. Well, and it just sounded cool. I have the books I already have by her are what does she have here? It should say in here. Again, I can turn to every page, but the page that has it. House of Salt and Sorrows, Small Favors, House of Roots and Ruin, and The 13th Child. I know I have House of Salt and Sorrows and House of Roots and Ruin, but I have not read them yet. but I had heard good things, and so I decided to pick this one up. Again, I had heard of the author, and it was signed first edition, and it's got stuff like this in it. And I was sold. Nothing else fancy, no fancy hardcover or anything like that. And then I've heard about this book all the time, and they had it, so I picked it up. Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I heard this is super good. I've been meaning to pick it up. I just never really got around to it. And picking it up in a an independent bookstore is my favorite thing. That I was just looking to see if it has any special stuff. I mean, here's the end pages. The books, though, just a plain book. But I had heard really good things. And again, I love independent bookstores. I love that they exist. When I got so many things, she said, "Are you new to Charlotte?" I don't remember. First, she goes, "Welcome back," and I'm like, "We haven't been here before." She's like, "Well, you guys look really familiar," and I'm like, "No." And then she goes, "Are you new to Charlotte?" And I'm like, "No, we're not from here." And they're like, "Wow, well, thank you for buying us out a house and home." And yeah, it just means a lot to me to put my money towards independent bookstores. And this one was awesome because every time you spend $100, they give you $5 off. So she actually gave me the money off the books. You have to join their little thing, which is free, and so I did, and I just thought that was really cool that she told us about that and gave us that. Then again, last but not least, I got Show Me the Autographed Copy, Thief of Night by Holly Black. I know I have a number of books by Holly Black. Here's my big long receipt because my husband got a bunch of books too. But here's the signature. And what do I have by Holly? She's got those Book of Night, Thief of Night. So those two must be related. She's got those other books. I know I have them sitting right on my shelf, but I can't see them from here. But I know I have other books by Holly Black. So when I saw this and I saw it was signed, I picked it up. I'll still have to get the Book of Night because I'm assuming that's the first book in this series. And I don't know if I'm going to take this off or not because, like I said, stickers just bother me on books. But that is my big haul. So I have a big haul for once for you. And that's plenty. So if you like this, please consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. Although I'm not primarily a book-related channel, I do book-related videos on certain Thursdays. If you see a video from me pop up on a Thursday, it's going to be a book-related video. Otherwise, I put out videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays that are handbag and small leather good, contemporary and luxury-related bag content. Sometimes I throw in some other things. I mean, whatever's my jam. I throw in stuff about perfume, jewelry, books, unboxings of like Labubus and unicornos and things like that. You can find me over on Instagram if you haven't already. I'm there at James Jam as well. It's just JAME_S_Jam. And until next time, please do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Thank you so much for watching.